Christians in Iraq living in fear. The United Nations says there are at least 7,000 Iraqi Christians registered as refugees in Amman, Jordan, but the real number is probably more than 10,000. Hardly any of them plan to return home, despite Iraqi government claims that it's safe for them to go back, because it's not. This weekend, while Pope Benedict was being greeted by Jordanian notables at the start of his week-long visit to the Holy Land, many were hoping that he would pay particular attention to their plight. Rumors persist that he might even make a lightning-quick visit to Iraq to highlight violence directed at Christians in Baghdad, Mosul, and Basra. Christian women in Iraq live in terrible fear and rarely venture out from their homes. Many are too afraid even to attend church. Kidnappers see them as an unprotected minority, affluent enough to afford a ransom. Many Christian churches in Iraq have been attacked and destroyed. Never before have they had anything like that in their history. Priests were killed. Even the Cardinal of Mosul was brutally murdered. The killers had no respect for his age and his religious position. In Saddam Hussein's time, there were approximately 1 million Christians living in Iraq. They did not live in fear at that time. Under Saddam, they were not persecuted. Their churches were not destroyed. Descendants of the first converts to Christianity in Mesopotamia 2,000 years ago. And legend has it that St. Thomas, one of Jesus Christ's original disciples, brought their faith here from the Holy Land to Iraq. Today, there are only about 400,000 or less, so more than 500,000 have fled the country, and the rest, they don't really want to stay in Iraq anymore. So, what has happened? What is wrong with this picture? Most of the Iraqi Christians are waiting for visas to the United States. They have big Christian communities there in Detroit and in San Diego. They have communities in Canada, Australia, and France. Yes, most Iraqi Christians want to go there. And most are too afraid to return to their home country if they have already left. No, they don't want to go back to Iraq because they really are persecuted in Iraq now. They weren't before the U.S. invaded or occupied Iraq, but now they are. There's something about this. No, it's not right. There's something very wrong with this whole picture. During Easter, the Iraqi government posted armed guards around Christian churches so churchgoers could attend services, but a few days later they were withdrawn. And a few days after that, 5 Christians were murdered in Baghdad and Mosul. No, Christians are not safe in Iraq anymore. Why is this? Yes, why is this? There's something definitely not right about the Christians being persecuted in Iraq. They weren't before the U.S. invaded, occupied Iraq. So is Iraq any better off than it was? Well, it doesn't seem to be. For sure, not in this way. So in thousands of years, Iraqi Christians were safe in the country of Iraq. And there's something very wrong with this picture. Again, very, very wrong. This is what it has come to. And all this is connected to everything else that's going on around the world. Every day, there's the extreme, severe weather events. Just like in Brazil, over 300,000 people are now homeless. The severe weather events in the eastern United States, the wildfires burning in the western United States, the glaciers all around the world, most of them melting rapidly, Antarctic ice sheets breaking off, huge ice sheets, the Arctic ice melting, soon to be gone or ice free, rising sea levels, the H1N1 or swine flu, which used to be called pestilence. There are many, many signs happening daily. Yes, every day, all around the world. Watch the news. See the weather change. These are all more signs